recording. Okay. Whew. Well, good evening, everyone. Mute myself so I don't hear me speaking. 4 minutes late. Perfect. Close enough. Think. Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. This is Caddie. I am here stuck in place, apparently. Come here. Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? I'm driving the camera. It's still on flying. I'm sorry. Okay, that's why things didn't seem right. Let me just walk up there and fix that. Oh, professional. Alright. There we are. Anchor back to local. It's like, why was things not working? Oh, because I'm a dum-dum. Alright. Let's get a better view. I was just getting things squared away there, and I hadn't had a chance to get it where it was pretty. There we are. I hope that works for everyone. Hello, Wild. Welcome to this evening's fantastic entertainment. Tonight, you're brought to you by Cad Pig as the Pink Chipori, because Pink Chipori. Tweet, 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 tweet. It is fun to be different things, and in this world, it's a lot easier. I had a friend give me the free version of this newest print of the Chipori, and then Autumn got me the full version because I saw how much I was enjoying it and thought, if you're going to be burb, might as well be burb correctly. Well, we'll start with some simple stuff from tonight. We do chicken like, I know I'm saying I'm eating chicken as I am a burb, but you can deal with that. We do chicken every other Monday, and it's usually either a pack of legs or a pack of thighs. The family size pack, about 5 pounds. Give or take, depending on the exact weight of said pack and what the store happens to have. And 2 weeks ago, I mentioned I bought the bag of chicken legs that was underneath where the little trays of them were sitting. And wow, that was actually pretty good. And they saved me a lot of money per pound. It was pretty nice. I was happy about that. Go to 2 weeks later here now. I went to that same section. I was like, I saw something else on that shelf right next to that bag of legs often. It was a bag of leg quarters. Now, the bag of legs ended up costing about $5, which would be $1 a pound. Honestly, not that bad for a meat product, especially a pretty tasty filling meat product like chicken legs. So I picked up this 10-pound bag of leg quarters. 10-pound bag of leg quarters. Total cost, $6.72. That means it is 67.2 cents per pound for leg quarters. Now, for any of you uneducated food purchasers, a leg quarter is basically the entire back quarter of the chicken, from the spine through the thigh all the way down the leg. No foot or anything, so nothing weird to Americans, as it were. But it does include a little tiny bit more structure than just buying thighs does. I was very happy in the way they were portioned out. They were actually good structure for leg quarters. It came to exactly 10. So I used my usual cookie sheet that I cooked 5 pounds of thighs or 5 pounds of legs on. Put 5 of these leg quarters on. And did my usual seasoning and baked them off. I gave them a little extra time because they were larger, but I mean only like an extra 5-10 minutes at best. And they baked perfectly good. If anything, I would say they had a very refreshing flavor. When I first opened the bag, they smelled a little weird, but it was like, it didn't smell bad. It just smelled like meat. You know, that smell that meat can just smells like meat. Fortunately, that smell went away almost instantaneously as soon as they began cooking. And normally for a dinner, I would either eat 3 legs or 2 thighs, both of which generally would make me feel a little fuller than I'd like, but if I ate less than that, I wouldn't feel full enough. So it was always a kind of a, you're up in the air there. There's no right answer. I had 1 leg quarter tonight, and I felt good. Besides the fact that it gave me the full variety of I had leg, and I had thigh, and even a little bit of that tasty back muscle. Little secret. Sometimes when you get the leg quarter section, the thigh bone area, sometimes in the backside you'll get a little chunk of liver that's camping out there in the bone. Little secret. And for those of us that really like chicken liver, that's a good bonus. So that worked out really well tonight. I was super happy. Freezered the other half the pack, so we'll eat those in 2 weeks. And I don't have to buy chicken in 2 weeks. That means dinner, effectively automate half of one of them. I ate 1. That means there are still 3 full meals for me worth of chicken part already cooked, ready to go, which is amazing. And I did the usual accompaniments. A can of vegetable. Today it was carrots because we had corn yesterday. So I had carrots today. And a box of store brand stuffing. Meyer does a pretty good stuffing in a box, and that generally makes me happy. If anything, I think they have a slightly better flavor than the stovetop does. If nothing else, sorry, Zero, I can't join you right now. I'm busy streaming. I find the Meyer brand stuffing has a little bit better flavor than stovetops tend to. Not that much, but just enough that makes me go, yeah, this is the preferred option. By far, I don't buy chicken flavored stovetop. If anything, I would buy the pork or turkey or one of the herbs versions they have. They always taste better to me. But that's some good options there. As far as Meyer goes, I'd either go with the turkey, or my preferred with them is the pork flavoring one. Now, it doesn't taste like, pork chops or anything. It just has a bit more of a bold flavor, and it tends to make for a better accompaniment to pretty much anything, in my opinion. The chicken flavor on pretty much every stuffing to me now tastes more like blank. It almost doesn't have any flavor at all. The turkey usually has a good bit of oomph behind it, a little something. And the pork, for one reason or another, seems to have the most potency in flavor of stuffings. Just a little food for thought for all of you. Boop. Everything's come through okay. Yes. I didn't accidentally mute myself or anything. But, okay. We are only 1 week away from Anthrocon, give or take a couple of days. For both Autumn and I, that is 6 more days of work. Well, 6 days for me and 6 days and about 10 minutes now for Autumn, because that's when my Fopsy gets off. So looking forward to traveling to the Pittsburgh. Let's just see what's up here. I'm curious. Ooh. Now that's a view. Wow, this place is pretty. Is there more uppy? That's just the stairs up to here. Let's go over here. Let's see what's on this side. Looks like a big couch. Oh, it's a big, like, cuddle puddle. So you can be in a giant area of pillows and that. And a bed. Fortunately, with physics. So I can stay on the bed. Bed! Yeah. This place is really pretty. I'll have to save this one for later. Da, 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 da. Figure I'd just run around for all of you so you can get a little view. Grass. Up in the tall grass. Up in the tall grass. Oh, it's a window, so I can't go out that way. And over here, it looks like a couple little snuggle tents. In case you wanted to tent out here and or get lost through the wall. Neat. I literally found this as I was coming on to do streaming tonight. Another little snuggle kind of building there. Little hut. And down here we got something else. Looks like some more city around-y stuff. Definitely not meant for shorties like I am right now. A little hangy basket chair. Big kind of pet bed looking chair. Is that physics? That's physics. Ha. Physics. Yeah. Whee! I think I felt the best view was up here in the living room. The bliving room. With that trees and stuff behind me. Yeah, what do you think? Ta-da! All of you lovelies are being quiet tonight. We are anxiously ready for Anthrocon, both in the sense that we are more than happy to have it get here, but prepared, relatively not. I did one thing in relation to preparing for Anthrocon as of last weekend, and that was I did the laundry. So we have effectively then all of our favorite clothes, our best t-shirts and whatnot will all then be clean. So we're set there. That's always a good way to start a journey. Especially one that involves you want to look and feel nice for all your friends. So during this week, I'll probably pick out whatever clothes I'm going to bring, put them in a pile with the fursuits that are going to get packed, and then make it all fit into containers in the car. It's going to fit. It's just a question of what all I can get besides the 2 fursuits, the clothes, snack foods, and whatever else equipment we actually need. This year, Pixie, my pink coyote, is coming, and Mewtwo. Mewtwo for 2 good reasons. 1, he does get a lot of attention. No question there. And 2, he's made of spandex, and it's the summertime. I mean, think about it. If you had the option of wearing something that was, super, super hot in the middle of July, or something that was relatively cool and refreshing, that's why I pick him. And he's actually easy to wear comparatively. Burbles. So yeah. It'll be good to be a big scary Pokemon in the middle of Pittsburgh again. And Pixie hasn't gotten worn at a convention by me for probably over a decade at this point. So it's going to be nice to have her back out and about. As of this last spring here, I took the time. One of the reasons why she doesn't get worn as much was she had a back zipper and it had broken like 3 or 4 teeth near the bottom of it. Probably from when people try to put her on. The zipper's all the way down. They pull a little too hard, trying to get limbs in places, and all of a sudden, pop. There goes a tooth. Sad to say. But it was always frustrating to try and put her on because, well, back zipper, I'd always have to have someone help me and then help me get it back out. So I couldn't take her to any event where I would not have at least a extreme C-grade level of a handler or another fursuiter who could at least zip me up before they zip themselves up. And that was always a bit of a fuss. So, since I had to take her zipper off anyway, since I was going to replace it due to the broken teeth, I just sewed that seam back up in the back. Popped the seam down the left lapel, basically around her white tummy fur, between that and the pink fur of the main body. And did my best to make a nice hidden zipper behind those 2 sections. It worked out pretty well, and I've been able to get in and out of her several times now by myself and recorded videos for YouTube. 2 of which have made it up so far, and I think I have 2 or 3 sitting on the hard drive waiting their turns. Because I don't like to just flood my YouTube channel with for a single fursuit, if at all possible. I tend to keep a variety of videos on hand at a given time, so I can at least change it up every other week, if not, different character for up to every 4-ish weeks. Usually. It's hard to keep stock of videos up past 4 fursuits in a given time, just because I'm recording 2 a week, and if I have a particular suit already out in the living room, I might record a second or a third one with that fursuit before I put it back on the rack and pull another one out to record videos with shortly thereafter. So, yeah, just a little insight onto that fun. Netsu, welcome to the fun. Oh, yay, tackles. Hello, Tiny. Welcome to the excitement. Oh, and you posted Marshmallow Bum. You silly little cutie. Marshmallow Bum. I love those icons. You know what? There we are. Ooh, no one's used that one yet on me. Give me just 1 second. Because I want to represent myself. Ha. Well, since you ask so nicely, let's log that to World real quick. Get nice and close here. Ara, little Netsu. Ara. Alright. Lock back to self. I prefer to be locked to self. It makes it easier for me to get around. I do hope that RR was up to your standards there, little Netsu. And how are you cuties doing tonight? Having fun? Also, Netsu's the cutie, not me. And then three cakes. Yeah, I know how that goes. Are you calling me a butt? You saying I'm a butt? I'm a butt. I found me an avatar I really like. Oh, sweet. Tired in gaming. That's how it goes. Get some relax there, Wild. Is it an avatar I've seen yet, Netsu? Or, ooh, the Foxy? Is that the tiny one you were the last few times I ran into you? And you never saw me the last time because you was AFK? Yay! Yeah, it was really cute. I like that little Foxy on you. It makes a good you. Though I still do love you being a cute little teeny hobkin. Both of which work very good for you. One of my favorite little laplets. It's resizable. This is always convenient. I think Autumn Fopsu made sure this was resizable for me too. Let me see. Expressions. Next. Was it this one? Nope, don't see it in here. Well, I guess this one I can't make any bigger or smaller. You want to be huge. No, Netsu, you don't get to be huge. Your job is to be teeny tiny. We've discussed this. You're an itty bitty. I mean, how else do you expect a normal size Hobkin or Chipori to give you all the snuggles? Keep you all safe in my wings. Protect you from the scary monsters there at the idle homeland. Okay, they're not scary. They're actually adorable for some reason. I haven't played on that since, well, the last night you word to there. Only if I'm a cutie patootie. So you're saying that's a stipulation to be allowed to snuggle you on my lap? Okay, fine. I get to snuggle little Netsu. You may call me a cutie patootie. Fair? I think that's a fair gamble. I don't think I can get in too much trouble with that. Meh. Wasn't sure where I felt like being tonight. I just started with that. I'm going to switch over to something. Just because I can. There we go. Kitty. Customization. Hiney, hip, chest, tummy, chest fluff. Yep. Okay. There we are. Kitty. Is fair. Cool. All right, fine. I am a cutie patootie, and I get to cuddle you on my lap. Them's the rules. We've made an agreement officially. I'm down for that. This next week is going to be pretty normal here in our world, other than the fact that I'm going to be trying to do some of the packing for Anthrocon. And no promise on how much I get done before the weekend, but come the end of Sunday night, I intend to have the car all but fully packed, except for maybe things like toothbrushes and things. I'd want to, if I can, have it all locked and loaded before I go to work on Monday. It's in the garage. It's safe. It's not overly hot or cold. I mean, it's summertime, so I wouldn't worry about it being too cold. But it's not overly hot in the garage, so I don't feel like anything's going to happen heat-wise. And again, locked location. I'm not worried about someone getting in our garage and stealing it. If I was worried about that, I'd be worried about them stealing our car in general, not just because it had fursuits in it that they didn't know were in there, because how would they know I packed the car with a closed garage door? I mean, really? So, probably over the next day or two, pick out the clothes. Following that, start stacking stuff in a big tote. And by Sunday night, get all the totes in the car and get it locked up. Well, organized up, ready to drive off. This is not a hard drive. It only takes about 5 hours if I don't miss the turn on to 30. I've missed the turn on to 30 before. I felt dumb for that. But hey. Yeah, about 5-hour drive from here to downtown Pittsburgh. Just me and the Fopsy Woo enjoying the ride. Generally takes one gas stop, possibly 1 or 2 P stops if we need to. I usually like to fill the car up at the final greeting station in Ohio, because then I'm paying Ohio price on gas as opposed to Pennsylvania price, which is like half tax. And that way I know I have enough gas to get to Anthracon, park the car, and get from Anthracon to my parents' house to see them, and then back to at least the Ohio greeting station on my way back home to, again, top the car back off and make sure we'll make it back to, home-ish. And usually on the way out, we stop at the last gas station in Indiana. There's a Flying J right before you hit the border, and I like to fill up there just to make sure we have a full car. Again, when you're about to be on the road, even if you did fill the gas tank up a couple of days ago, long ride. I don't want to have traffic or construction end up taking up a little too much gas and me end up having to call AAA again because someone didn't realize my car didn't have an idiot light. What interstate? We go across pretty much all of Ohio on 30. So we go 30 to 71, 71 to 76, and then 76 is, PA Turnpike. And tend to get off at the 28 interchange on from the PA Turnpike. Leads right into downtown. And drop the car off. Well, unload the car at the Drury, and then drop the car off in the Transit Center garage, which is only about a block away. And then I don't move the car until Monday morning. We could take the turnpike across all of Ohio, but it theoretically saves a couple of minutes if we do that. But it also costs money. Okie dokie, Netsu. I'll see you when you get back. I hear Foxy. And yes, it would be Foxy is off of work, so yay. Bink. Yeah, it's a relaxing drive. Ironically, it's a slightly longer drive than we lived in Carlisle, in the center of Pennsylvania. But it's a heck of a lot easier of a drive from here to Pittsburgh any time of the year. Especially during the winter, if I wanted to go, say, visit my parents around Christmas-ish time. Driving through the mountains of Pennsylvania, it's not exactly fun. Driving across, we live like right on the border of Ohio. the Indiana side of it. So it's not that hard to get from there. We're right above 32, so drop right onto 30, ride straight across the state, and just zip up 71 to 76, and, well, that, as I said, gets you into downtown Pittsburgh. Sorry I'm a bit late. Oh, yeah, work. Stupid work. You are never late. You're always arriving when you meant to. Nerful. Except when I don't mean to. You are cute. But I'm happy you're off and down safely. Yay, you returned. All I think you may have missed is me saying that we live on the just above Route 30, on just the other side of the border to Ohio in Indiana. So getting on that and going across the state is so easy for us. I am a big fan of, even though it takes 5 hours to visit my parents or to get to Pittsburgh, I'll take the 5-hour drive over the 3-hour drive of chaos driving on the tapeworm that is the Pennsylvania Turnpike through the mountains. Even that, the most level way across the state through the PA Turnpike, you're still constantly going up and down hills and side to side. It's a lot more distance than it should be. And if anything, Ohio is slightly boring for the trip, but I'd rather boring than frustratingly curvy. That and the PA Turnpike costs way too much for what you'd have to drive on it from where we used to live to Pittsburgh or up slightly north to where my parents live. I think the only thing I really missed about where we lived before was our favorite Chinese restaurant, which was like a 5-minute walk from our house. And the fact that I actually could easily walk to a full-size super Walmart or a full large grocery store within an hour. Actually, within 20 minutes-ish, I think. Yeah, it was 20 minutes. Because it was only about a mile either to the nearest Giant and a mile to the Walmart. All sidewalks, all nice in-town stuff too. We can walk to a small overpriced grocery store near us. Pretty quick, pretty easy. But I don't want to budget buying stuff from there as often. Too expensive and not enough good selection, honestly. Good fresh produce, though, if I'm ever in need, so at least I have that. I have a few dresses I really do want to bring with me to Anthrocon. I'm hoping to be able to squeeze one in that I'm thinking of. But in and of itself, it is pretty big, so we'll find out. This year, since I'm taking Pixie instead of Daisy, I may have a little bit more space. Daisy has a couple of big attributes that Pixie does not. Pixie's feet are a lot smaller, so that's a lot of safe space right there. And Daisy's orb of a tail is pretty darn big. Their heads, I'd say, take up about the same structural space in the car, in storage space. So no plus or minus there. I think their bodysuits effectively are about the same mass. So we'll find out when I go to pack it in the tote here in a day or so anyway. This does mean at this point I'm basically, any recording of fursuit videos will be of things that are staying home, not going with me to the con. Boop. looks like I have a little guest coming. Yay! Excellent. But I have a couple of outfits I'd really like to be able to squeeze in if I can find the space for them. But we'll see when it comes to the actual packing process what we can and can't get in. Trying to streamline the snack foods that we're bringing. I already picked up a couple of the elements when I was at Sam's Club over this last weekend, and I was really happy with the things I found. I found these little 100-calorie packs of jerky. So it's a 9-pack of little 100-calorie packies that are easy to pocket and take with you out on the con floor or whatever for emergency energy. I also got a 15-pack of, and these are both Jack Link's brand, I think. And these 15 meat bars. They're basically just flat jerky strips, each individually wrapped. Easy for, again, pocket and carry with you. I can hear myself. That means I know the Vixen is able to hear me. It is a little Sylveon. Someone was working on a little Sylveon yesterday, weren't you? You're so cute. I love the sweater. And your little Sakisus. Who's my cute little one? No, you're the cute little one. My sweet little. It's you and you know it. Children. Meh. But yeah, the 15-pack of jerky strips should be another good, easy, pocketable one. I generally buy also some like trail mix bags. Just the... What? Oh, ad? Okay, we'll enjoy the ad. Ad dance. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ad dance, ad dance. Here goes the ad dance. Let me know when your ad finishes so that I stop the ad dance.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Okay, and the Foxy says ad is over. And make sure, okay, that should hopefully be if everyone had the same ads. We should all be back. Yay, good. Alright, so, yeah, to catch up, so in case you missed anything important, the 15-pack of beef jerky strips, and they're not just like Slim Jim type things. They're actually the strips of just beef flatness. So tasty food. And we usually get the small pocketable packs of trail mix. Kind of the ones you might think of would go in a kid's lunchbox. It's really convenient to pop that in your purse, your con bag, or whatever you're carrying around with you. Because you never know when you're going to get hangry and it's now a quarter mile or a mile to get out of the convention center and down to the nearest food that doesn't have a 2-hour wait. Or if your little one with you forgot theirs and they're getting hangry, you want to make sure that they have nom noms in their belly too, so they're not going on sugar crashes. Right? We like it when you're better. You stick your tongue out at me. Children. I'm not the children. I'm the big one here. I am way bigger than you. Look at me. I'm even sitting down. I'm still bigger than you. Netsu, you're also the small one. And yes, we would feed you beef jerky and trail mix. But I definitely have more than often enough shared my pocket foods, well, bag food usually, with friends who are in need at a con. Well, then I will definitely share jerky with you, Lil Netsu. I don't have any deer jerky. I apologize. Delicious, yes, but I don't have. Just what I could buy at the store. What deer jerky? Sorry, Wild. Yes, Wild is currently a little deer.
Wild turkey, wild turkey. Wild turkey, wild turkey.
Deer jerky is really tasty, though. Even if you have a deer sona, they are really yummy foods. And definitely something to always keep in your con bag being some water. You know, it really makes... you know what's really good that makes my family make homemade? Well, no, what? What does your family make? And yes, wild venison is delish. Bleat, bleat, bleat. But keep water on you, kids. You never know when they're going to need a quick drinky poo. Deer summer sausage. Oh. I'm going to go over and hang out at your family's house, Netsu. Deer sausage. And a major warning to anyone going to Anthrocon and trying for Thursday early pre-reg opening. Do not forget to bring a bottle of water with you and probably said snacky poo. Last time we got to the line just before noon and it opened at noon. The line went out the door from the convention center to the end of that road, down that whole alleyway, and halfway down the next alley. And that was before you even got in the building to be in the line proper. I'm not sure what level of checks they're doing this year as far as vaccinations and stuff, since technically a lot of that has been lifted by the government as far as whether or not vaccines are required at this point. I'm certainly going to keep my mask on when I'm not in fursuit. I would do it in fursuit if I don't have to, but it really sponges up on me and it makes it hard to breathe. So yeah, on that. I like to breathe. I'm weird about that. Oh, just think if I took Redamon and was wearing a face mask under it. I already had trouble breathing in her in general. Let me just put a wet face sponge on me and try and breathe through that. You'll find me dead halfway from the Drury to the convention center. It's definitely a fun city to have a con in, though. There is so much food in Pittsburgh that you can easily walk to. Seriously, if you got bored on the food, you're doing it wrong. Um, and if you don't have a problem eating at slightly odder than perfect hours, like lunch at noon or dinner at 5 p.m., you'll get a lot less wait times. We're mostly a 2 meals a day kind of people anyway. So we tend to have like an early lunch and then maybe a late dinner. We need to go to that fried chicken place this year that you missed last time. I think it was called the Eagle. It was really tasty. Not gonna lie, the particular opinions on COVID. Yeah. As a couple of survivors of it, we can understand certain safety natures. And we both have our vaccinations and at least a couple of boosties. So we're doing our best to survive. But even with vaccine and 2 boosters, we still got it at MFF this last year. And that blew. But we have a nice collection of fun face masks that we like to wear. So as long as there's no fursuit head causing it to turn into a little face sponge, I actually enjoy wearing them in public. I see maybe 2 or 3 people want to go grocery shopping also wearing face masks. And that's about it at this point. But I'm going to keep doing it because I like being a pink bunny.
You are a pink bunny. You are a pink bunny.
And right now I'm a kitty.
We still know you're a pink bunny. See?
Now you're way down there. Let me fix that. Which way am I? I'm that way. There. I don't care if my feet are in the floor. I'd rather you be visible. I also thought you'd like this this world because it's all autumny.
I didn't explore it yet.
Mm.
I should explore it after.
Not much to explore, but we have a pretty fall leafy tree behind us. You just want to turn around and see.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is pretty.
Yeah, I made sure we had a good backdrop. Honestly, I think the biggest spreader event at MFF this last year for COVID was the line to get your COVID vaccination check. You were crammed up with all of the convention in a zigzaggy line, constantly breathing on 2 sides of people, plus the people in front and behind you. All probability, that's when we most likely got it. And from who knows who, because we were next to hundreds of other people that were all just kind of stuck breathing in the same little area. That particular line I felt was way worse than the Anthrocon line the previous, that same last year. Anthrocon line at least seemed to move. We got into one of the tubes to go see a Vax check person, and then we were in one of the lines to go to the reg desk. It definitely took a lot less time, and it made you feel like you were getting somewhere. So that's 1 point to Anthrocon over MFF on efficiency of lighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pittsburgh knows how to cue.
You know how to cute.
I do. I make you. You be cute for me. You're the cute one. I'm the big one. And you're the cute one.
But you're so pink and cute.
You're pink and cute.
I'm multicolored. You're mostly pink.
You're still very pink.
Mm-mm.
Most of you that's actually showing is pink. You covered up a lot of your white with your cute little sweater and your cute little Saki socks.
I like my sweater.
Look,
I fixed my socks though. They're not matching the other ones. I goofed on something. That's okay. I'll fix them.
well, I think they both look adorable on you.
Mm.
Also, there's a few benefits to the way the facilities for the convention are set up at Anthrocon over MFF. There seems to be a lot more order in how you can get in and around things. But that convention center, I think, was just a better designed convention center. I can't blame MFF on that. They do their best with what they have. Just Anthrocon has those giant ballrooms on the main floor. The small ballrooms on the bottom floor, which last year were registration. And upstairs, the big presentation ballroom and all the meeting rooms. Not that we ever go to any of the gatherings or anything. I might go to the Pokemon one on Saturday this year.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of people that are going, and I can go be Mewtwo and hang out.
Yeah, you could. I've only got my partial Charmeleon.
You don't have to be in a fursuit for this. It's just a Pokemon meet and greet in general.
Yeah, but I'm shy. I'm even more shy out of suit though.
This is true.
You know me. I'm really shy.
I've met you once. Maybe twice. In fact, I could probably reach my head out and poke you in real life if I tried hard enough.
Nope.
All I gotta do is listen for my voice that's bound to point me to where your ears are.
We're not playing Marco Polo in VR.
I'll just pet this head. Good girl. Yeah. Super anxious, though, for a nice long vacation. We drive out Wednesday whenever I get up. I'm not going to lie, I do want to sleep in at least a little bit. I don't want to get up at 8 a.m. and start driving because I'd rather be safe than early.
I understand. Just don't want to get there too late because we want to be able to have food and hang out, relax on the first night, get ourselves settled.
Have me pass out on the bed because I'm exhausted from driving.
Probably. No, we're gonna stuff you right in the fursuit right away. I'm gonna take you outside and parade you around. Because that's what you do at cons. You need sleep.
This one wants to torture me. I love her.
I want to torture you now. You're a good person. I love you. Take good care of yourself.
No. Love yourself.
No.
But that...
You're not my real space dad.
But that plushie that I got you, the little Foxy plushie, has the love yourself heart on its belly.
Yeah, but that's real foxy.
You're gonna love yourself?
No.
Not even little?
I love you.
And I love you. My good little girl. I am admittedly against it. There's a lot of controversy and disdain in the trucking community over the entire issue. Truckers put in a box and shoved into isolation. Yeah. I know you had a bad time with it there, Netsu. I'm so sorry. But bye, Wild. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. But if everything works out well, we should have the car packed by the end of Sunday night, so it'll be easy wheelin's Wednesday.
Melody.
It's
Melody.
Melody. Oh. Boop. Hi there, Melody. How are you doing, little Tooth? We are just hanging out and chilling here. Talking about stuff. By the way, now that you're down here and I can ask, honestly, what did you think of the chicken? Did it taste fine to you? Nothing weird?
It was okay.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like amazing, but it was bad.
Okay, good. I personally really enjoyed the flavor from all the bones and stuff still attached.
Yeah.
You get a little bit more in there.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And I can't beat the price at 67 cents a pound.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that.
I saw you had most of a thigh portion of one of them. Good. Honestly, I felt it was a good balance for me. Are you doing that by thigh, not these thighs? Honestly, most of the time when we get the thighs, I'd eat 2 thighs and it'd be just a little too much. Or I'd get the legs, I'd eat 3 legs and it'd be just a little bit too much. But a leg and a thigh seemed to be about right for me. Oh, you're petting me with your with your ribbies. You're so cute. Oh, and mine had a little surprise. Yeah, on the inside of the bone part of the thigh, I had a little bit of liver.
Oh, well, there you go. You like your livers.
Oh, yeah. That is definitely a makes Caddie happy moment, is when I get to eat chicken livers.
They're all yours, sweetie.
Can I put my feet beans on your face? Yes. Yes, you may. In fact, I'm going to give you all a freebie. Beans. I can only give you one at a time because I have to use the other one to prop myself up. Here, you can have the other one now. Are you helping hold me up? Okay, I think I'm holding enough. Oh. Whew. Beans. And you get a little of a panty shot there whenever I'm sitting up like that. Oh, hydrate. I will be good. How far am I? There I am. And you can't see it, but it is still my Anthrocon water bottle, which I will need to refill with fresh fursuiter sweat when I get there. Yes?
What's the RR? intended to redeem that earlier.
Oh, I go ara.
Oh, okay. You
It.
do that now?
Do you want me to do that? Do you redeem it again? Mm. 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 Delicious fursuiter sweat. Tastes like regret in July. But if you're requesting it, I will do it for free. Let's see. Camera. Set to world. Set. Okay, there we go. Now, zoom up real close. It's more fun this way. Ara ara. Ara ara. Ara ara.
You were a little high, but that's okay.
I was high?
Yeah, that's okay.
I think I did good enough. Zoom local. Actually, go back to global. I'm going to scoot the camera down since I am sitting. That'll make it easier on both of us.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's about as good as it's going to get. You can come a little forward. You go. Good girl. Actually, now you're... Now we're down. Hold on. Professionals here. Professionals. Stay where you are so I know where to go back to. Okay, you seem to be more in the shot. Am I not? Okay. That's pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
You're pretty and good.
Pretty and you're good.
I am not pretty or good. You, however, are beautiful. My sweet little one. Who's good though, Sylvie?
Lies and slander.
Nah, truths.
Lies and slander.
Well, for anyone that has now heard it, do I do an okay ara ara? It's new on the list. I'm trying to add things that people might enjoy. Boop. Close that. Aww. Thank you, Natsu. I try to be a good boy.
Mm-hmm. Good boy and good girl. At the same time. Caddie's ambidextrous. That's what that means, right? Ambidextrous.
No, I'm Abby normal.
Abby somebody. Abby normal.
You missed the beginning of the stream where I'd had everything set up and I forgot I'd left the camera set to flying and I tried to move me around and I was wondering why I wasn't moving. Then I looked out and the camera was just like 50 yards that way. It's like, why can't I back up? Why am I not moving? None of the control. Oh. Camera just went that way. This is a real professional job here, people. Just totally pros.
You're not supposed to throw your camera, sweetie.
Well, what if I want to?
Just pick it up and, yeet. Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeet the camera.
Yeet the camera. Well, as far as fursuits are going, you're thinking you're taking your gator and your pink deer?
Mm-hmm. Gonna bring a deer. Deer. And a gator. Alligator. Caterpillar. Alligator. Caterpillar. Fuzzy alligator.
It is very cute and snuggly.
And I'm crazy for wearing them in July.
Yes. Yes.
Because I am not a big person, but he is very big. So that means I need extra padding around to fill him out in the middle of summer while I'm already wearing a carpet. Why do we do this again?
'Cause it's fun.
Right. Fun.
I was good, and I did the technical on the belly padding.
Mm-hmm.
It's a firm pillow that I put belt straps on.
Simple solutions work sometimes. Yay.
God, I hate Chicago. Fair. Big differences between Anthracon and MFF. Anthracon, I leave the hotel, I walk 3 doors to my left, and I have 10 food choices. MFF, I have to flip my phone out and pull up the DoorDash and pray to God something will get to me within an hour.
Yeah, we discovered DoorDash in MFF.
Yeah.
We only screwed up our orders some of the time.
Some of the time.
Some of the times.
Or they just cancel it randomly.
Oh, that's right. That did happen once too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we ordered Jimmy John's. And we were sitting there about 20 minutes, then I got a message saying your order's been canceled. Well, because Jimmy John's does their own deliveries. And they had no delivery people. I was like,
then why did you take the order?
Oh, are you in Chicago right now there, Netsu? Oh, ads. Ads dance. Ads dance. Ads dance. Doing the ads dance. Ads dance. Ads dance. This is the ads dance. Ooh, showing that tail. Ooh. Now, that's a good little entertainer. Ads dance, ads dance. We need one of them hangy chair things.
I thought you said ass dance.
Oh, close enough. Do you want one of those bouncy chair thingies?
I love those chairs. I just don't know where we put it.
Where wouldn't you put it?
In my butt.
No, that's where it goes, is under your butt.
My butt's a little small.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Okay, we're back. Yay. So, Netsu, are you actually in Chicago right now? If so, our condolences. I figure out how I don't like to go into Chicago, and I specifically have to yell at Google Maps and ignore what it wants me to keep going the one way. Because the other way isn't as scary. North of getting loaded. Good luck. Seriously, where the MFF hotel is, no food. There's like occasionally a taco truck or hot dog truck or something out on the back patio, but that's like it. There's a in-hotel couple of restaurants that are way overpriced. Granted, Sunday night at MFF this year, we ate at the buffet. which was actually pretty decent. The hard part was they weren't restocking everything very efficiently, so several people in our group were like, I didn't get to get a roll. And I go up there, there's a plate of rolls. They go up there, all rolls are gone. Like I'm directly north of Chicago International Airport. I've driven to that airport.
Is that O'Hare?
I don't know. I made my simulation of O'Hare at a good day. I put all my Lego airplanes together. They filled the 8-foot long table. We just called it O'Hare on a good day. For most conventions, I tend to drive the car to it, get into a parking space, and don't touch it until I have to drive away from the convention. I know some people that all love the fact that they can have in-house privileges with special tickets or valets or something. I don't want to have to drive anywhere anymore. I just went through the headache of driving to this place and roads I'm not used to. Possibly traffic, constructions, detours I'm not expecting. So I have the car parked. I am out of the car. The car is going to stay there until I'm ready to leave that city. One major benefit of where Anthrocon is, it does make a good excuse to visit my parents. So, on our way out of Anthrocon, we drive a tiny bit north, and we stop and see them, fix something in their computer. I don't know what yet, but I'm sure something needs fixed. That's how it goes. And then they like to stop at Eaton Park with us on the way out. And we have to sneak and get the check before they do. It's part of the game. Ooh, new message. Professor Lust, what kind of Pokemon will you let you...
Let's tell you about that one.
I'm not gonna talk about that if that's okay. This isn't like a super G-rated channel, but I'm not really here to talk about that sort of stuff. If I ever go to Nebraska Con, let me know. You can let that stay. We don't have to delete that. Okay. Nebraska Con. I have never been to Nebraska before. I'm not even sure how far that is from me. Wait a minute. I'll go check. Other browser. Add tab. Keyboard. Map. .google.com. Go. Nebraska. We'll just see how far it is to the state in general. Distractions. From home. Survey says... Ouch. Ouch. Probably left. Boop. Omaha. Whew. Looks like it's about a 13-ish hour drive to Nebraska from here. I don't know if we're going to be doing that one anytime soon. Currently, we do MFF and Anthracon because they are effectively close. MFF up to Chicago is maybe 3.5 hours, give or take, assuming I ignore Google Maps and go the way I know is safer. And Anthracon is almost to the penny 5 hours from here to there. You do that daily. Well, you're like you do that for Jorb, 'cause you're special. Dink, dink, bink. There. I gave you some loves. Comparatively, my daily driving is a lot less. In fact, it's pretty much non-existent most days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my driving is an exact 0. Thursday, my driving is about 5-ish minutes to the Walmart and Meijer, and then 5-ish minutes home from the Walmart and Meijer, with a small amount of driving between the two of them because they're not touching. Friday, I might go out if we're getting takeout. And Saturday or Sunday, I might go out if I want to go to the mall or something. Or Sam's Club, which I did this last weekend. Mall / Sam's Club / a lot of things, about a 15-minute drive. Right now, about 15 due to the construction on State. Annoying. It's been down a whole lane for ages. The new lane is built. It's there. It's done. I think they just need a place to keep their orange barrels.
As you do.
Yeah. But the new chunk of road on the outside lane looks really nice. I look forward to driving on that and not the patch-ridden mess that's the lanes they're letting us drive on right now. More than likely, we'll get to drive on the new lanes, and then the other lanes will be what's blocked off for another, 6 months. That road's been needing replaced for a while. It's a very, very used road. Major in and out for a lot of commuting in Fort Wayne. I gotta say, out of all the cities I've ever been living in or driving through, Fort Wayne really has a good vein network of getting in and out of it. You don't have to go into a major, super road to get out of the city. It doesn't all, shuffle into one little wedge that's 10 lanes wide and then shuffle back off to other things. No, it's kind of more... There's a lot of different veins going in every direction. And then they split off into other smaller veins that head towards different, districts of where housing and stuff is. And there's not just one way to get from point A to point B, because even when you're looking at it like that, it's still a lot of grid work in the concept. So I can either go south where we live and head a road that goes straight into downtown, or I can go across State Street, which is pretty much parallel. It's pretty much right next to where we are, a block north, and pull that in and then head into one of the north/south entrances and head south into the city. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. But it's so much easier. Pittsburgh, I love you, Pittsburgh. You are a great city to be in. But because of all the rivers and the hills and things, a lot of it is basically a few major entrances into the downtown areas. And for as big as the city is, and as crowded as it is, those major input veins can get pretty cloggy at rush hours. I say this also as someone who used to work in Pittsburgh and had to drive around a couple of the rush hours. That was butts. I was glad the breakfast location job I had to leave for work at 4 a.m. to be there before breakfast started, because I tended to get through downtown Pittsburgh before rush hour hit. So that I get in there and make breakfast sandwiches and omelets for a bunch of ungrateful health insurance employees who would complain that I didn't do their eggs right. Ugh, that one lady, every time she said I'd overcooked her eggs. I'm like, it's scrambled eggs. I think legally if I serve scrambled eggs juicy, that's actually not safe. I have no problem with over easy or over light or anything like that. In fact, I'm a big fan of dippy eggs of all sorts. But you want to have the white parts cooked. Otherwise, that's kind of gross. Gross.
Gross.
You booped me. I'm okay with that.
I found you in your life.
Good girl. I know where you are because I can hear you. But you're slightly out of range for me to easily reach because I'm sitting down. That's right. $500 worth of extra tracking equipment strapped to my body. And I sit in a chair.
Get up and dance. Get up and move.
Am I off camera now? Probably. Yay, you can enjoy this part. Get a little free tail shake. But since I moved the camera down so that you'd be more visible, as I'm taking apart my chair because I grab it the wrong way, shizzle.
Technical difficulty.
There we go. Now I grabbed up my chair and I accidentally pulled one of the panels off. Ugh. So that's what I get for standing up. I should continue being lazy, and things won't break as much. Hi, little papas. Yeah. Well, are you anxious to sit in a car with me for 5 hours?
I mean, I don't mind spending time for 5 hours, but cars are... I don't get much joy being in a car.
So, are we going to miss an exit this time?
Yes.
Add an extra hour to our journey again?
Sure, why not? Adventure.
And lose half our brakes?
No, let's not do that this time.
Oh, you like having all the brakes work in the car?
Yeah. I prefer it.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes. Most days.
On the way to Anthrocon, we apparently wore the final bits out on our front brake pads. And as we were pulling under the convention center in Pittsburgh, which means we were literally there, we were just heading towards the Drury in downtown to drop off our stuff and then park the car. I had to stop at a stoplight. And it made that grindy noise. Now, because no one explained brakes to me on my first car, I learned what the grindy noise was.
You don't have a brake pad.
Yeah, you don't have a brake pad at that point.
God.
Fortunately, we were able to unload the car, go park it, even drive to my parents' house, and make it home safely on rear brakes. Fortunately, most of our journey doesn't involve hills or anything, so it's not like I was too worried about having to make quick stops.
Ohio, so flat. It was just Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And then Pennsylvania wasn't too bad because we were just on the edge.
Yep. And I was extra careful. I wasn't going too fast. I was making sure to give myself extra stopping distances and stuff. And the day after Anthrocon, we were able to get the car dropped off, get fresh brakes on her, and boom. All good.
We survived.
I even just got an oil change in the car in the last couple weeks, so we are good to roll.
No, I prefer if the car doesn't roll.
Just the tires?
Just the tires.
Okay. And surprisingly, I actually trust the mechanics at Walmart to check things for me. They actually checked all the airs of the tires because that check one tire warning was coming up on the dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
They fixed it. It went away.
Yay.
So, car is safe. Nice firm brakes. Fresh oil in the veins. We're good to go. And I'm going to save filling up the gas tank until we hit the Flying J when we're about to leave the state, so I know I have a full tanky tank. Convenient that neither of us actually likes to eat fast food breakfast that much, so leaving town Wednesday morning, we'll probably just stop at the Flying J and get gas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd rather go without food than have fast food and then be stuck in a car for a while.
Yeah.
That's no bueno.
I will have some snack foods accessible, though, in case we are munchy on the trip. Like either the beef jerkies or some of the snack bars or something.
That's why I bring you.
You're not supposed to snack on me. I'm the driver.
But you're a bunny.
But I'm not even bringing a Benoit with me.
You're still bunny.
No, I'm bringing a Mewtwo and a Coyote. One's a predator and one's a psychic experiment.
Benoit.
You're bringing a deer, which is a food, and an alligator, which is a lizard.
Not a lizard. It's an alligator.
Agalator.
And it's part caterpillar. And it's fuzzy and cute and soft. And I'm wigging out there.
It's okay. Well, I know one food we're both looking forward to Anthrocon. Meatballs.
Meatballs. There's an amazing meatball place right next to the, well, more or less right next to the convention center. So awesome.
And very convenient for if you have people that are not necessarily of a same eating quantity or time frame. Because you can get anywhere from 1 to 4 meatballs in your serving. And I will say, as a big person, the 3 meatballs the biggest I ever order.
I think 2's the most I've ordered. They're pretty good meatballs.
They are.
And you get them in a panini or a sub or I forget all
A slider.
A slider.
And 4 balls is just saucy balls in a bowl.
Saucy balls.
I have gotten the 4 before when I first ate there. I regret this choice.
Do you though? I mean, they were tasty,
But it was just too many.
but they were tasty, huh?
They were tasty. Yeah. I saw they had a pesto on the menu of sauces now. I might try that on my sub next time.
I'm a pest.
No, you're a no. You're a good little no. So we definitely want to eat there. The taco place where the bar used to be. Those were good taco. The chicken place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotta give that a try.
And if we're smart, we'll get to August Henry's on Wednesday or Thursday before everyone else figures out it's there.
Yeah, they're all right.
It's usually a pretty decent sandwich.
Are all the Thai places we went to, are they all gone now?
I don't know if we ever actually had a good Thai place. I know we had an Indian place, which is
Indian.
gone.
Sorry, my bad. I'm so sorry. I apologize. But Indian,
Yeah, I think the Indian place is gone now.
it closed down. Yeah, I heard about that.
I know there's a couple of kebabi type places around, like hero houses.
Yeah, it's just, curry and naan is like one of the things we always got. Like the first day we went there, showed up, we grabbed a couple of friends, we took them to the Indian place, and we just had hot curry, and then Javi and I would fight over who's going to get the hottest one.
I get the number 2 out of 10 and watch them burn their faces off.
He got the 8, so of course I had to get the 9.
Yeah.
It was good.
Seriously, though, there's so much good food in a short walking distance of that convention center. If you can't find food in Pittsburgh, you're somehow doing it wrong. I mean, like, worst case scenario, there's like some sub shops and McFoods and all those other things there too. If you are willing to walk a whole 5 to 8 minutes, you make it down to Market Square in downtown. Tons of food in that little circle. And you walk about 10 minutes the other direction from the convention center, you're in the Strip District. And you get a permani sandwich. And watch your friend order something not on the menu and watch the lady yell at them. And then you can laugh because you told them ahead of time, no substitutions. You be good and order off the menu.
Pittsburgh is definitely weird the way that they interact with, the way clerks and such interact with when you're ordering food, because if you're not used to it, they may seem like they're really angry or rude, but they're not. They're just really, really fast and efficient. It's like, what do you want? Boom, here we go. What do you want? Boom, okay, here we go.
Funny thing is, having been to New York City and Pittsburgh, New York City is to Pittsburgh as the Pittsburgh is to everything else to you.
Well,
So for me, Pittsburgh is pretty laid back in comparison because I have been in New York, and it's like, oh, you stopped and said, I would like, and you paused for half a second, they're angry at you. Like, there's no line. It's just me, my friend, and you I'm ordering food from. And I stopped to, like, make sure I said the word right, and I have all of a sudden angered the chef.
the food gods.
Gotta say, though, from watching Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey and her lust over that egg sandwich from a little bodega, a big city bodega egg sandwich is really to die for. She didn't make that up. That is so the truth. Did that when visiting friends in downtown New York City once, and wow. Then again, they also didn't cook in their house, period. As someone who grew up in the middle of nowhere where there was no food to take out from hardly, the concept of not knowing how to cook or doing it like 80 to 90% of the time was almost a foreign concept to me. Where'd you go? Did you fall off? Oh, you're behind me. Cutie. And since I was going to Sam's Club this weekend on Saturday, I picked up a special dinner, which I know that got enjoyed by both of us. I picked up a tray of tuna steaks. Seared those nice and rare in sesame oil with sesame seed crust and just a hit of teriyaki just for flavor. Ooh, that was good. My system is 1 minute per side. No more. Super high heat, but only 1 minute aside, and you still have a nice cool center. I like to sit down with a paring knife and just slice off the slice as thin as I can safely do for each bite. Are you still hiding behind me?
No.
Oh, you're on me. Am I a chair? You're adorable. Silly little bun bun. I do like going to cons, and I definitely like the fact that the two cons we go to are almost exactly a half a year apart. Because then I have time to recover from the con before I go to the next one. When you're young, okay? When you're in your late teens, early 20s, that time between Anthrocon and FWA and MFF and Fur Fright, if it was still there, and FC, those all seem like forever. Oh, ads. I will wait. Alright, so it was 22 seconds. So I know at 52 seconds, I'm probably allowed to talk again. That's it. Dance for him. Boring face. Do 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 do. It was 30 seconds on my count. Is it still ads?
No, I just don't want it to dance.
Oh, you're allowed to dance. I just want to make sure if I was allowed to talk or not. Anyway, what I was getting at right then. When you're in your early 20s, late teens, that time between conventions seems like forever. Oh, Anthrocon, and then the FWA was before that, and then MFF and MFM and FC and Fur Fright if it still existed. It's like, oh, so long between these things. And now when I'm an adult, I'm like, oh, it's already been 6 months since the convention we were just at? Okay, let's get the car loaded up. What fursuits are we bringing? Well, what clothes do we need? How close is the food at this one? How many snacks do we need?
Always bring snacks. You never know when you're going to need emergency energy or anything. Vitamins, water. Never know.
If nothing else, trail mix is something.
Mm-hmm.
I stand by, though. I like to have trail mix and some beef jerky and something that's actually straight up sweet. I have the Sam's Club pack of oatmeal cream pies. That is 24 oatmeal cream pies for the room to share. You're not going to eat all of them. Save one for noob. Share.
I'll save one for you.
Okay. But yeah, when I was in my early 20s, I went like, oh, there's a con I can go to? Sweet, okay. Let's see, that's exactly Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So all I have to do is take off Friday. Bullet train there on my way out after work on Thursday. So I'm like exhausted, but I can fall asleep at the convention. And then wake up, enjoy Friday and Saturday, and then I have to drive home Sunday, and then I work on Monday, and somehow I do that. And then there's another con, another month and a half. All right, same game. Get in the car Thursday night right from work and drive to the convention, get there and sleep, have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and drive home. Be exhausted at work Monday morning and wonder why I'm so tired.
Gee, I wonder.
I think the most I ever did in a year was like 6 events, and that includes picnics and things that are pretty low key, not just big conventions. But 6 was my limit. Partly because I was running out of vacation time. I was literally just burning the edges of everything. Just had enough to do everything I was trying to do. And I was like, well, my vacation was all doing stuff.
I sure hope you don't get sick or have to take another day off for some reason or other.
Yep. It's 2023, right?
24.
It's not 24 yet.
Almost had you. Almost.
So, hoping in 2025 to maybe go to Disney. Assuming everything is okay at that point.
Yeah.
Things going on in Florida right now, and specifically a lot of things that had been going on with Disney, kind of had us on edge. We're actually planning on not getting the meal plan next time we go to Disney. Because the only way you get your real value out of it is if you go to only the fanciest places and you order the biggest things. And this one fills up on like 2 grapes.
Not my fault.
Now, that makes the meal plan not as efficient. Because now we have food we can't really take back because we have no way to reheat it, store it, etc. And even if you did, you have 3 more big meals to eat the next day. So what are you going to do? This food you couldn't finish, you're not finishing it because you had to eat another big food.
Yeah. Appetizer, entree, dessert. And I think last time they included a free drink.
Yeah, you got a booze mahal.
A free booze mahal. That's a lot of food to eat in one sitting. and you get 3 of them a day. That's
Yeah.
crazy. There's way too much food, and there isn't like a medium plan that's good. It's like you get nothing or you get way too much.
Yeah, last time I looked, well, last time we went, there was the meal plan that's the ultimate meal plan, 3 big meals a day. Or there was one that was like 2 quick service meals a day, which cannot be turned into big meals, which means you're gonna end up eating cosmic rays for a week.
No cosmic rays. Don't eat a cosmic rays. No.
Love yourself. Don't eat cosmic rays.
Yes. Don't eat that.
And after our last planning, I remember seeing a meal plan that was 1 table service ticket a day and 1 quick service ticket a day. I can almost see that as plausible. And maybe something we could work around, but it feels like it'd just be playing more math games and going, well, I have to eat a quick service meal because we have them and you can't just convert them or add them together to make a table service meal.
The point of the meal plan is to not have to stress and worry about food and paying for food and everything else. But if it's adding more stress, then why bother?
I figure we can still get reservations at all the places we want to go to. And even most of the time, I didn't care if I had an appetizer. I probably want the dessert.
Yeah, well, I don't mind having like maybe 1 dessert a day, but well, I mean, other than breakfast, having 2 desserts, that's a lot of food. I mean, we're walking around a lot, sure, but it's too much food.
Yeah. But yeah, I can easily cut out the appetizer most all the time unless there was something that looked so amazing we had to get it. Otherwise, yeah, I'd probably just order the entree with sides that would come with it and probably...
We see all these sweet treats, like, on the various Disney YouTubes you watch. And it's like, we want to try that. We want to try the Dole Whip. We want to try, all these other things. And we never do because we're so full from food, from our meals, that we don't bother trying to eat the fun snacks.
I wanted so bad to have those pizza egg rolls last time we were there.
Yeah.
But every point we were in Magic Kingdom itself, I was so full. I didn't feel like eating that food. I barely felt like getting on rides because I felt so clonky. It's dead.
Actually, I was. I hit my desk.
You okay?
No.
But yeah, even for as much as I like to eat, I would be more than happy to pay for the specific meals at some of the more expensive things we ended up eating. Even the crab boat place, which that's definitely on the I would love to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to do the giant king crab legs. Those were tasty as all get out. Yes, it was a $60 meal. But it was a really good $60 meal.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, we didn't need the gigantic appetizer that we got. In fact, I felt like it was superfluous and a waste of our time. We didn't even eat most of it.
Make room for everything else. You want the entree? You want the dessert?
In fact, there was 3 of us together. And they let us use 2 of our appetizer points effectively out of this meal on this big shareable monster. It was like this multi-tiered tray that had crab legs and shrimp and stuff on it. And the other one, I think we got crab cakes just to have something else to share between the 3 of us. And we didn't even half that monster. And then our dinners got there. And I was struggling to eat my crab legs because I ate a lot of that other stuff.
Yeah, we were already full. I mean, I can fill up on an appetizer and I'm done. That's my meal.
And that's another thing. If we go someplace that has an appetizer that this one thinks would make the bestest lunch, I don't know. Well, we'll just say it's a tray of scallops. So you get a scallops appetizer, and I'd get a small meal, and we'd have lunch. Whereas if you have the meal plan, oh, you'll get that scallops appetizer, and then you're going to have like some big freaky dinner next to it, and a dessert, and that's your lunch. And then we're going to put you on the minecart roller coaster. And then I'm going to wear your lunch. No, we're not going to do that. If anything, I was actually thinking just aiming for like good dinners out and possibly grabbing something small at the commissary at whatever hotel we stay at for breakfast.
Grab you, you're small.
No. But since the cost of the meal plan compared to the meals is pretty darn close, if we don't need all that stuff, why pay for all that stuff? And at the end, we always would be playing the, oh great, we have all these snack points left game. You remember that game?
Yep.
Because every day, each person got 2 snacks. Besides their 3 big honking meals they couldn't finish.
When they let you convert snacks and meals over, it wasn't too bad because then you could go with the lower meal plan and then combine your snacks or take your meals and turn them into snack points. But they stopped doing that, so...
And that seems to be one of those, it either is or isn't there by the person you ask.
That too.
And one direction or the other. Like you maybe this person says you can convert meals to snacks and this person says you can convert snacks to meals. And that's on a day-to-day basis of, I don't know.
Well, they changed the format, so it probably confused a lot of their cast members.
But then it comes the last day and you're just like going through the hotel lobby trying to buy everything you can that's a snack point just to not waste those 24 snacks you have that you didn't spend somehow.
Yeah, I really wish they had a better middle plan, but they don't. They don't have it. They don't offer it. Then maybe I already know it'd be less expensive to not have the meal plan. The only way to make money on your meal plan is to get the best meals every single time you sit down to eat something. And it's hard to get the reservations. It's hard to eat all that food. And a lot of these fancy places require 2 meal points.
Mm-hmm. So, as long as we go and know that we are okay with how much we're spending on the food, because we aren't spending the equivalent of that super meal every time, we can know in our heads that it's okay to order whatever it is we want, not because, oh, that's a little more expensive, but I want the ribeye steak.
You do realize that you're going to end up ordering what you want, and I'm going to order whatever's, like, I think I'm going to be okay with as long as it's not too expensive, because I don't spend stuff on myself. You know that.
That's the hard part.
I'm bad about that.
Then again, for you, the thing that doesn't cost much also probably be the thing that wouldn't make you feel as bloaty as all get out.
Well, there's that too. I got to consider that. Consider going out in the hot sun, possibly going on rides. I don't want to have a full upset stomach if I'm on a roller coaster. That's not a good place to be.
Yep. We do want to go to the Liberty and though get the Thanksgiving feast though.
Oh, that Liberty feast was amazing.
Yes, it's all you can eat, but you know what? Sometimes that stuff is really worth it.
It was like Thanksgiving.
For lunch.
For lunch. In colonial times.
Yeah, and you got the hot cider,
Mm-hmm.
the hard hot cider, and I had a mimosa.
Traditional, Thanksgiving, drink.
It was 11 a.m. It's what we were having for breakfast, so that was your apple juice and my orange juice.
Yeah. See? Apple juice, apple juice.
I had my fizzy orange juice that made me feel smiley in my head.
Happy orange juice, happy apple juice.
Also, for some reason, that particular drink, I think, was unlimited refills. I know a couple of them were unlimited refills we had during the trip.
Wow.
And though we didn't want to do it again, the luau's drinks were unlimited refills, I remember. So you could have all the sangria you could stomach. It was fine. It wasn't the greatest sangria. I've had way better that I could just pick up around here, so I'm not too...
Besides, we're not going to do that event again.
That took way too much time and was not anywhere near as fun as I'd hoped it was.
Well, I mean, we kind of knew going in it was not going to be authentic, remotely. So...
If anything, we go to the Polynesian eat at Ohana, not at the...
I hear it's not as good, but I've never eaten there.
Yeah, I've always heard the noodles are so good at that. And you know me and noodles.
Doodles.
I will definitely come close to the love that a little Heartwood Angel has of noodles, and apparently their noodles are really, really good. So that's on the wish list.
Doodles.
Those are cute doodles. There's so much food at Disney World. It is hard to pick what you do and don't want to do. There are a few places, obviously, I really want to do again if we can. And in general, just trying to make sure we have a good variety of what we're going to end up eating at. I kind of want to eat at the French place again, since I think I had a bad experience because it was my first time eating in Disney World, period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't think it's that I'm not brave enough to want the escargot, but I don't think I'd enjoy it.
Try the frog legs.
Oh, I love frog legs.
Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. So the dish is told me.
But I don't want foie gras pate.
No, I'm French and I don't want pate. So.
Disney has changed the gray stuff at the Be Our Guest to being a mousse, chocolate mousse.
Mm-hmm.
But historically, that gray stuff that was served on a cracker with other things, that was pate.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And at the time, that would have been something that would have been unknown to a peasant like Belle. She wouldn't have known of pate because they wouldn't have had the foie gras out in the loser zones. Rich people eat weird stuff.
Well, there was a time when lobsters were considered peasant food, and now they're considered fancy.
Yeah, that's true. Granted, I do think lobster is pretty fancy. I love a good lobby. And you don't.
No, it's okay.
I'll get you scallops.
Some scallops, love some scallops.
Sometime after Edthicon, I'll pull those out of the freezer and make you scallops and make me the lobster paws. Ironically, the scallops for this little one cost almost 3 times as much as my bag full of lobster claws.
Don't tell me that. I'm not gonna want them now.
You don't have much choice. I bought them already.
Don't buy them anymore.
I'm going to buy them anymore. You love them. I buy them for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many good foods to eat at Anthrocon. So many good foods to eat when we go back to Disney again. And so much of an adventure working with DoorDash when we go to MFF this year. Efficient? Yes. Expensive as all get out? Oh, yeah. For for once, I was actually considering reestablishing the bringing ramen to a convention for MFF, just because I know I can get an easy lunch out of that, and don't have to wait for a DoorDash.
It's a pain in the butt. I'm not opposed to having ready-made or ready-to-make meals in the room.
Maybe some breakfasty stuffs and or some lunchy stuffs.
Mm-hmm. I
Uh,
wonder what everyone else does. Do they like all go someplace, or do they all order? Or I'm just curious about people who've
there's
been there longer.
in the main hotel there is a buffet for breakfast on the first floor, and it's a cot. It's expensive, but a lot of people do it.
Because it's easy. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Ordering 4 people breakfast sandwiches from Dunkin' Donuts, thanks to DoorDash, was like $60. $60 for an egg sandwich. It's a decent egg sandwich, mind you, but
It's not a $60 egg sandwich.
no. Yeah, my credit card was hurting after MFF's food lines. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe pack some at least breakfasty stuff for us this next year for MFF,
Yeah.
and maybe some ramen or something for lunchies.
Yeah, I'd be fine with the breakfast bars or things of that sort, whatever.
Mm. I wouldn't even mind packing a thing of Danishes and stuff. You know, like those little breakfasty things.
Mm-hmm. Mini donuts.
Well, if Javi is there, maybe we could convince him we're allowed to put cold cuts or something in the fridge to have on croissants.
Croissant sandwich.
Because you can.
Croissant? No, croissant.
It's easy to pack a tray of croissants and maybe some lunch meats and cheeses to put on them as a quick breakfast.
Well, he wouldn't be upset about cheese, so yes, cheese.
It's more of a European breakfast, but honestly, it's something that I know I would be happier with than, say, a bowl of cereal.
It'll get you going, too, so hey.
A little fat, a little protein. What you need to do your thing. Add to that a cup of coffee, and you got my number.
I got your number.
We don't need to pack breakfast foods for Anthrocon since we're in the Drury, and we can get free breakfast as long as we go down there by 10 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that free breakfast is wonderful.
And for that matter, even if we don't eat that, by the time we're out and about at, say, 11, all the basic food stuff is open. We can have just like meatballs for lunch. And
That one time where we did meatballs, like 7 times, I think, one trip? Something like that?
I have no problem with this.
We had a lot of meatballs. It's a good meatball place.
And for the number of different sauces, meatballs, and ways to have them, you really can have several different meals there. Even just picking me, I know at least like 4 sauces on the menu that I actually really, really enjoy, and that's just off the top of my head. If I look down, I probably see I like all but like 2 of them. You know, like the government cheese or something I don't like, or the crack sauce, which I think is ranch. Ew. And some cuties like this one, like the fried pickles there.
Fried pickles. I know it sounds weird. If you've never had them, they are amazing.
I'm just happy now with the fries there. One of those is easily shareable between two people, even if one of them's a fat ass like me.
You are not fat.
I'm big boned.
You're perfectly plump.
Meatballs. Oh, we said the magic word. We summoned Mendy. Is that what we're talking about? Yes.
Meatballs.
We were talking about all the fun ways you could have them there. All the different sauces and all the different options. And that doesn't even count the meatball of the month and or any sauce of the months. And you can share the fried pickles with my little Sylvie on here. Overtots with sheebs.
Gotta do meatballs.
Oh, you know it. Lots of meatballs are going in our faces.
In my mouth. In your mouth.
Yeah, so this is definitely on this trip. Meatballs we want to do. We want to do that chicken place. We want to do tacos. And then whatever else.
Yeah. Depends on who we're with and what's open and what time of day it is.
Did smoked pulled pork tonight? Oh, that sounds good. We did chicken leg quarters in the oven today. Strange bargain on those, and it was really tasty. Only 67 cents a pound. And I have now still 5 pounds of leg quarters in the freezer. Smoker's getting a lot of love this year. I am glad. I almost wish I was using the grill more, but we use it at least every other weekend. At least. I tend on a weekday to end up cooking something in the oven one way or the other because it makes my life easier. But I do have a couple of like smoked sausages in the freezer I can cut up and do on the grill too. And Impossible Burgers. That's what I forgot to get when I was at Sam's Club. The veggie burgers. We still have some of the Bocas in the freezer. In fact, you like those better than those California ones.
I do.
So you have the one you like better anyway. But you're going to pout?
Yes. This is more fun that way.
This is what I live with. Little pouty. She's a good girl, though. Good, helpy little partner. She's also been getting good at cooking on Thursday nights and managing to get that done while I'm out grocery shopping a lot of the time.
I miss cooking. It's just your own work before I am.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to cook more.
And the weekends, neither of us as much wants to cook. And on Sunday, I end up making steak or fish. And so Saturday just turns into a kind of a freezer potluck game. Unless I pick something up special for Saturdays.
It's good to cycle through that stuff anyway.
Yeah. It's an excuse to eat some of the dinnery junk foods that we do enjoy but shouldn't eat very often. Such as Gordon's fish triangles. Those are not good for you by any stretch of the mind.
But I was told we should trust the Gordon's fishermen.
Trust him to bring you a piece of fried fish.
Fresh from the ocean. Fried fish.
Fresh from the freezer section. In the exact same shape every single time. Are fish triangle shaped?
Yes.
Fish coyotes. Why, I'm going to be a coyote at Anthrocon this year. Pixie's finally getting to go to a con again.
Yay.
Coyotes are a series of triangles. Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
Meow.
But you're not a cat right now. You're a bunny.
I'm always a cat.
You're always a bunny.
You're always adorable. Ha! I win.
Lies and slander. You are the pretty one.
No. You're the pretty one. It's definitely been going good here. I'm anxious for the fun coming up in a little over a week. Gonna hang out with friends. Be overwhelmed. See either way too many things that we want to buy, not have enough money to spend on / car space to bring it back in, or find absolutely nothing we want to buy and feel agitated for the fact that we walked through the entire deal instead 3 times and didn't see anything we actually wanted to buy.
I usually find stuff I debate on buying, but I never do because I don't spend money on myself.
That's about right. All the good times. You got that right. Funny thing is, I had people trying to get me to go to the Ferality a few weeks ago. The one thing I like to do most at a furry con is hang out with friends and eat dinner. I can't hang out with these people and eat dinner. That doesn't work.
You get some virtual carrots and lettuce.
Also, for the same excuse, I would probably end up hanging out with the same people I would have hung out with on any given weekend, but I'd pay $25 to do it this way. Whereas every other weekend, if I wanted to hang out with them in VR, it's, let me do the math. The 1 + 1 - 7 + 3 is free. It's still free.
Well, I mean, there is all that live music, like 20, isn't it like all day?
Yeah, but I don't really care about any of it.
But music.
It's like, yeah, some of it could be entertaining, but if I'm really desperate, I'll turn on anyone's Twitch stream on that weekend, and it's going to be that.
Let the music move you. Let the music move you.
Silly little Sylvie. Mow. You're a good girl. Yep, you're a good girl. Yeah, you make little hearts. Boop, boop, boop. My little baby girl. Probably the only things we're looking at in the dealer's room that we would be hoping to purchase would be t-shirts, like usual, if we find something we like. If there are any Kigus that people are selling that we actually like and aren't like $300 or $500 or worse.
They all are, sweetie. Except for the pre-made stuff.
Yeah, so basically if we see any like Pokemons or something we really want.
I mean, there's some beautiful stuff there, and they're certainly worth the time and the amount of effort to create them, because they're made by hand, and, unique designs and everything.
But it's hard to impulse buy $1,000.
Well, that's why I haven't bought first at them, and there's been a couple I've really, really been tempted to buy. Well, partials, but
yeah.
That really is impulse buy.
It is. It is.
And I think we might have a couple of suits already, between the two of us.
One or two.
One can't count. I just have pops.
I have the window open. I can't even. One paw, two pub.
You know what I miss?
What?
Opposable thumbs.
Guess what I got? Mostly opposable thumbs.
Bragging about it.
Yeah. Well, love, it's getting well past, we've been on for over 2 hours.
Sun's getting real low.
I should find us someone to head off my kids to.
I'm gonna give him a dance.
Ooh, I see somebody that would be nice. Assuming he's not about to end or something. He usually starts around this time. Keyboard. Ha. There we are. Yes, he seems to be going strong. That is a good sign. All right, well, I know who I'm sending you all off to for a raid. Definitely appreciate everybody hanging out here, chatting with me, having a good time this evening. Don't forget, we're back here every Monday from 7 to question mark. It's been usually past 9 o'clock Eastern, so good 2 hours. And Wednesdays from 8 to 10 Eastern, I play games in Fursuit. So you can watch Mewtwo or Daisy go and play in Borderlands. I'm going to stop the recording phase.